What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Water Change Wednesday live stream. This time we are only live streaming on YouTube versus our typical Facebook and Instagram stream. So I'm hoping all of those of you that watch us there can manage to find us on YouTube. Typically we stream on those platforms because I felt like YouTube wasn't doing its job with notifying people. But what I really wanted to do, and I apologize, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm just trying to get the stream real quick here so I could share it out to you guys on Facebook. But typically why I was streaming on all the other platforms is because I wanted to have the most reach possible. So between our 11,000 followers on Instagram, our 4,000 followers on Facebook, our now 4,200 followers on YouTube, I wanted to be able to reach as many of you as possible, and YouTube didn't do a good job at notifying people. So I want to try something a bit different. I want to try and kind of bring everybody to one spot rather than dividing it up. One thing that I realized, it was very unpersonal when I had to look at three different cameras and three different chats. I feel like now I can connect a bit more. And also we could have a bigger discussion here in one spot versus several. So hopefully everybody finds their way over here, and we'll start answering Q&A. But typically, or basically what I want to do on this live stream is today marks the first year of us being 100% in business. And by that I mean we started shipping orders this exact day last year. Last year we had, I think, was 7 orders was our first full month, or our first full week of sales was 7 orders, and now we've grown to typically over 60 per week. We've done up to 100 in a week. We're averaging, I would say, anywhere between 60 and 70 a week. So we've gone up 10 times what we were initially doing. So it's just huge to think in 365 days what we've accomplished so far, and that's mainly thanks to you guys for being so supportive. Without you guys, obviously, that wouldn't have been at all possible. But it really kind of makes you think like what you're capable of just doing if you put your mind to it, and the sacrifices that have come along with it. It's partly because you guys supporting the business, but also you might not have heard about the business if I didn't put in the hours to get us out there. And I mean, we're still growing. By far, we're not even close to, I think, what we're capable of doing. I'm changing things up every time. I'm trying to get better at certain things. YouTube videos once a week. Hopefully, we'll get that up to more. We're having more tanks set up, being able to carry more plants and stuff. So it's just, it's coming a long way. To ultimately get to the end goal, which still is a long way away. So we still have many more hurdles to go over. This is just kind of the one, it's like, okay, we've done it for a year. We've learned some things along the way, and I think we've grown for the better. And so just it's incredible. I appreciate, all of you guys that show your constant support of the business. It means a lot, both on all the social media, purchasing stuff, not even, even if you can't purchase things if you're overseas. I do know I have a lot of people overseas that wish I could ship to overseas, but unfortunately we just can't do that just yet. So I just wanted to say thank you for all that. And pretty much from there, I guess we'll touch on kind of just brief updates real quick, and then I'll answer some of the questions on the YouTube chat here. But basically, so Plant Pack launched, and it ships out this upcoming Sunday is when we pack, and Monday is when it ships out. So you can expect to see your Plant Pack if you subscribe to that next week. If you're not familiar with what the Plant Pack is, it's a monthly subscription box service that delivers plants to your doorstep. This was actually something that was an initial idea in the very beginning that I wanted to do, but I didn't think it would be the right time to do it versus just selling plants first and then working our way up to it. So that's what I basically did, and now we're at that stage. So literally a year later, we're doing what I initially set out to do. So it's very, it's just cool seeing how it all comes together by, putting in the work and getting to the point where you want to be at. So Plant Pack comes out, gets sent out next week. So if you want to get on the next plant pack, because this one's already closed, you can't buy this one anymore. The September box is already done. You can enter in next month's box, which is actually going to be pretty cool, some of the plants that I'm getting. Some of them I've never carried before, and nor do I see any other really U.S. retailers selling them, at least in any sort of volume. They may be selling it like in small batches, but it's going to be some incredible plants. I'm really excited for it. It's actually coming from a brand new seller, so it's going to be really cool dealing with them and seeing they have tons of stuff that's available that I didn't have available through my other suppliers before. So that's going to be awesome. Secondly, so next week Plant Pack ships out. On the Thursday that week, we're leaving. We're not going to be here. So if you place an order after Tuesday, your order is not going to be shipped until the 25th. We're going to be away for a couple days. But when we come back, it'll already be past our shipping days. So, if you want to place an order, place it this weekend for anything we have in stock. Literally after this live stream, I'm updating the website. A lot of new plants will be in stock, or a lot of old plants will be in stock, but we've been adding a couple of things. Vital will be in stock. Vital is our plant fertilizer. It will be in stock, but any order that's placed with Vital won't ship until Wednesday instead of Monday, because I'm waiting on labels to come in for those bottles. I have everything else but the labels, so if you order if you order any sort of order with Vital in it, it won't be shipped out until Wednesday, so just keep that in mind. Also with that, Vital X, same thing, we're waiting on the label, but Vital X is for a high-tech tank, so if you have a high-tech or a highlight tank with CO2, that's advised for you. We also have Thrive S, which is a similar formula to Vital, except it's made through a different company, and it's completely shrimp safe. So those of you that have shrimp tanks, Vital is shrimp safe, but you have to be very careful about your dosages. If you overdo it, it can kill a shrimp. But Thrive S is completely shrimp safe, so that'll also be up on the website. That will actually ship, if you place your order, it'll go out Monday or Wednesday, depending on how many orders we have to pack with Plant Pack, because there's, I think, 75 people that subscribe to Plant Pack. So, then what else? I think that's it, really, for all the updates. So, let's see what some people are saying in the chat. What's up, Aquatic Jack? What's up, Keaton Gaming? How's it going? Benjamin Bernard, Protus, what's going on? Eric Sloan says, I remember you finding me on Instagram. Jesus says, hey, what's up, man? What's going on, Jesus? Emerald Pet says, hey, Justin, congrats, and I am glad to hear you're doing well. Keep striving and excel in all you do. Awesome job. Thank you so much, Natasha. Dink Tank says, congrats on your year. Do you have a plaque with your first dollar on it, or a plaque with your first dollar on it? It would be nice, but unfortunately everything we deal with is credit cards online, so I don't have actual cash, so it would be cool, but maybe I'll frame the first ever sale that we did off the old website. I'll print that out and frame that wherever that was. I don't remember, but I could look back through. Hey Justin, what's up, H2O Army? Congrats on 1 year. Thank you so much, V Stag, the Aquarium Cowboy. Hello, H2O. I'll buy some plants in the near future once I get money. No problem, Cowboy. What are some good plants for Fry to hide in? I'm not trying to start a full planted tank yet, but I have a 20-gallon breeder with guppies. So Water Sprite, particularly the lace variation, is good. Anacris, Hornwort, or guppy grass. So any of those. I have guppy grass, I have some Anacris, and if I don't have Water Sprite lace, I will have it in stock tonight. I will be updating the website. So, Jenny Lee says, I wish I had gotten the plant pack. Jenny, just message me and I will, don't worry about it. I'll help you out with that because, I wanted to send you one anyway. So just message me on Instagram. You have to check your Instagram or give me a better way to contact you because you don't seem to check Instagram. So it's hard to talk to you about certain things. Is the dream still an entire aquarium setup from H2O plants? What do you mean an entire aquarium setup? You mean like an aquarium store? Hi everyone, what's up Lewis? What's up Brockton? Jenny Lee says, I highly guarantee the H2O plant fertilizer. Thank you so much, Jenny. Why do you do water changes on plants? So I don't personally do water changes anymore. I've gotten the tanks to a point where I know what I'm doing. I don't need to do water changes. All my levels should be good. And I'm actually going to do a video soon on testing the 55, which has not gotten a water change since we moved in, and that was 4 months ago, I think, right? Or no, I lied. 6 months ago. So it hasn't gotten a water change in 6 months. I dose EI dosing, which if you don't know what EI dosing, it's throwing in a whole lot of fertilizer into the tank to get it to have good growth and no lack of nutrition. And supposedly you're supposed to do 50% water changes after the week, but I don't do that with the EI dosing method. I just leave it in there and I just top off when it needs to be. So we're going to go into that. But you should do water changes on your tanks because it does a lot of beneficial things, especially when you're just starting out or you're having issues such as algae or outbreaks of like bacteria blooms, or maybe your tanks are overcrowded, you don't have enough filtration. That's the thing, is my tanks are very understocked and I have a lot of filtration on top of all the plants. So being that I have only a small amount of fish and tons of plants and tons of filtration, it balances it out. So do you have well water? Nope, I use tap water. Just got some Washington native Elodia. Nice. Barkini, I think, or Barkine. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher your name. I'm just going to call you Bar. Says, congrats, Justin. All of my plants I've gotten from you are doing great. That's good to hear. Jenny says, okay, no problem, Jenny. What's up, everyone? What's up, Speakeasy? Proto says, yeah, H2O plant storefront. So I don't know if we're going to do a storefront anytime soon. The next thing, if we do anything, will most likely be a warehouse. Because honestly, I don't think that this space is going to be big enough come this time next year. So I don't know when it's going to happen, but my goal is sometime in the beginning of next year to start trying to figure out a warehouse option. We're done as far as right now expanding what we have here, because going into basically the holidays, I don't want to be busy trying to set up things as much as just perfecting what we're doing. You know, we have a new employee. We're training her, so I want to bring her up to speed. Also, in February is when the baby's due, so there's going to be a newborn involved. So I'm trying to get everything done. I'm trying to get the house set for the newborn, as well as getting the business set up to essentially this kind of stuff run without me being involved 100%. And then that way I could also focus on the newborn and helping Margaret and everything else. So we're going to see where we are. But the storefront is probably not going to happen right away. There is plans for a storefront, but that's probably at least 2 or 3 years away. Let's see. Then, guys, hope you're all okay. If you got hit by Harvey, my house got wrecked because I live in Houston. I hope you guys are safe. Yeah, so Keaton, I'm sorry to hear about that. We were just on Instagram, and I was just saying I was, when Hurricane Sandy hit New York, for those of you that are familiar with Hurricane Sandy, it devastated the area tremendously. I don't know in relation which one's essentially worse in the aspect of damage done. Harvey did look like it did a substantial amount of damage to Houston, but there was significant damage done to both New Jersey, New York, and several other coastal states over here. So I don't know which one is worse in that comparison, but I do know when I was working for another electrical contractor. That's basically my main job right now. I work for an electrical contractor. I project managed the project that we had with FEMA to basically get people's houses at least somewhat livable. And by somewhat livable, that's like these houses were destroyed by the Hurricane Sandy. Destroyed. It was. We went into the houses. I think I got set up. It wasn't until like 5 days, maybe the first week after Sandy hit. That was when we actually got the contract. We started getting involved. I was the lead project manager. I was on the ground inside of all these houses, taking a look at them, seeing what needs to be done, taking tally of it, and it was absolute destruction all over the place. So the fact that Hurricane Irma is hitting Florida this week, and Harvey just passed, I can see what you guys are dealing with. Personally, I wasn't affected. You know, I didn't have my house flood when Sandy hit, and I didn't have anything destroyed. Luckily, I was lucky, but there were so many people that I lost, so, my heart goes out to you guys. I'm planning on doing something for that. It's just I'm waiting because now Irma's hitting. I actually wanted to do it this week, but being that Irma's hitting, I want to wait to see what happens, and then probably either next live stream or the following live stream we'll touch more on it. But if you're watching this and you want to help those in need, because I tell you they definitely need it, you could go to Red Cross donate. There's other sites too. Just look up Hurricane Harvey relief, and also in preparation for Irma. If you guys are in Florida, stay safe. I know we have a lot of people both in the Houston area and Florida that buy from us particularly, so I really hope that you guys stay safe and all that. Let's see. Buys 513 says the 3 banana plants you sent me are growing like weeds. Thanks, Jay. You're welcome. Awesome. Oh, let's see. I've done 3 this week already. Damn, done 3 water changes. Are you ever going to sell lights? So, my own brand, probably not. Just because the cost that goes into it, it could be really expensive to produce your own kind. But I may sell like the Fluval lights that I use, or possibly some exclusive brands from overseas that I may be getting. The problem with that is they're going to be expensive. And by expensive, they're going to be, by expensive I mean they're going to be quality. They're not going to be crap lights. They're not going to be cheap lights that you order from China that will break or aren't good for growing plants. So if I ever do sell lights, it's because one, I've used them and I know what they I know that they work and that they're good. I won't sell a cheap product like that because lighting is the biggest thing that you need when it comes to essentially building your planted tank. Lighting is what you need. So let's see. Does the 4-leaf clover plant do well in hard water? We have relatively hard water. I mean, I don't know exactly what it is because I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it will do well. Maybe with the warehouse you could grow more and import less. Well, I don't import anything. I order from local United States-based nurseries. I'm not importing anything because I don't have an import license yet. So I need to get the import license first before I can do all that. But with the warehouse, essentially, yes, we do want to be able to grow things. Actually, part of the plant pack is we have a specific plant pack group on Facebook that's exclusive to those of you that purchase the plant pack. And I asked a question having to do with stem plants because one of the future boxes that I'd like to do is include stem plants. The problem with that is if we get up to, we'll probably be at over 100 subscribers after this box launches, I feel, and everybody kind of sees what to expect with it. If we're over 100 people, I can't possibly grow enough stem plants out of these tanks to keep up with that. So what I'm thinking is I would order from the nurseries, but a lot of those are grown immersed. So the problem is they transition poorly usually. You'll get a lot of melt off. You'll still be left with some plants, but a lot of melt off will happen. And, the overwhelming response was submerged. People want submerged grown stems. So my hope is that if we do get a warehouse, I could literally have rows of tanks set up growing. Each tank would grow one particular plant. And that way they would all be submerged grown, and they would be a lot better quality when putting into a new tank. So that is my overall goal for it, and I hope that we can achieve that eventually. What floating plants do you have in stock? When are you getting more, like red roof floaters or whatever they are called? So red roof floaters, I actually probably have 1 or 2 portions of red roof floaters, so if you particularly want those, message me and I'll hook you up with them. I'm not selling them yet because I only have a small amount, but I do have tons of dwarf water lettuce, and I have tons of duckweed, and I may have frogbit. I actually have to check the stock on that. Tonight I'm updating the whole website, so if you stay tuned to after the live stream to probably about 11 p.m. Eastern time, the full stock on the website will be updated. Jenny Lee is plugging her unboxing, which is completely fine. If you guys want to check out to see what to expect, you can check out Jenny Lee. Also on the website, there's a page dedicated there for unboxing videos or review videos. So if you guys ever get an order and you do any sort of unboxing or review of it on YouTube, send me the link in an email and I'll post it on there so you guys can get featured as well. Let's see. Worried about my animals if Irma hits here. Jenny, I really hope that your animals and more importantly you are safe. That's one of the biggest things that kills me. I'm a big animal lover, and Harvey devastated that area, and I know tons of pets and animals were lost. And same thing with Irma. Just try and prepare, get to a safe place if they're telling you to evacuate. It's not worth staying behind. You can replace the stuff, you can't replace life. So don't jeopardize that if you have the means to get out. East and South Coast are underwater. West Coast is on fire. Yeah, pretty much. What's up, Brandon Oliver? Nothing much. You didn't miss anything yet. We're just chatting. By the way, I'm loving the beard. How long has it been? Well, the beard I actually just trimmed up. It was actually longer last week. It was probably about down to here, maybe. I trimmed up. I've been growing this now. Actually, it's funny. I started growing the beard when I upgraded to my 55-gallon tank. So I went from a 10-gallon to a 29-gallon and then to a 55-gallon. So I think I've had the beard roughly about 2.5, 3 years maybe. So, Justin, how many plants are inside the plant pack? So, with the plant pack, you can expect at least 3 species of plants, usually. Now, that may change if, say, I choose to do tissue cultures one week, or particularly rare type of plants, or something like that. But on average, we're going to shoot for 3 species. Probably our minimum will be 2. I don't ever think there will be just 1 species unless like it's just a huge thing of one plant, which I don't want to do. I feel like variety is nice. So it'll be at least 2 species. And you could expect to get anywhere between 2 and 5 of those species on average. This box, I will tell you, there's 3 types of crypts. And out of those 3 types of crypts, you are getting 7 crypts in total. So 2 of which we don't stock on the website as of right now. So you're getting 2 crypts that aren't even, we don't sell them. They're available through other retailers, but we don't sell them. And I have to say they're very nice looking. And then 1 particular crypt that we usually have, but is kind of hard to get sometimes. So it's a bit more on the rare side. So what I'm trying to do with the plant pack is give plants that you wouldn't typically be able to get. Of course, there may always be the sometimes mixture of things. Maybe a regular Amazon sword that you would be able to find at your normal local fish store or online through us. And that's just because, while I want to take into consideration all those that have planted tanks and are doing well with them and have loads of plants, and they want all these new kinds of plants that are being introduced into the hobby. I also want to cater to those just getting into the hobby that may not have Amazon stores available to them locally, or may not have Java Fern, or may not have Anubis certain types and all these other things. So the goal is to be able to cater to the wide range of people. So you may see more common stuff in some boxes. I at least want to try and do at least 1 or 2 rarish or uncommon plants in each box that you won't normally see. So we'll see how it progresses and what we get up to. I have about 6 months of boxes lined up of my ideas for them. So we'll see. They may get tweaked though as we go along. So what you're saying is you need some partners to grow your plants. Not really partners. More of I'm trying to get somebody to the manager level, essentially, in quotations, that can kind of take over from, all the packing operations, because that's where the most time is spent. My goal at the end of all this is to be able to not have to pack plants, essentially, oversee it in a sense, but be able to do video content, to produce, helpful videos and produce other sorts of content, and create other things that benefit the business in that aspect, and allow the plant packing process and the other things to be done from people that can easily do it. So don't forget to like the stream. Thank you very much. Jenny Lee asks, and does everyone get different boxes of plants? No, so everybody's going to get the same box, or as close to the same box as possible. So what I'm going to be doing, though, and I don't know if I should say this out loud, because then if I don't do it, it's going to be messed up. So what I want to do, like this month's box is crypts, right? And I can't do this for every box, but I want to try and do it for every box that I can. So this month's box is crypts, right? So everybody's going to get that box of crypts. I have some rare crypts, like actually rare crypts that you can't buy from nurseries, right? These either came from tissue cultures, overseas, from other hobbyists. Like, these are rare stuff. So I actually plan on either putting in 1 or 2 or 3 boxes. I want to put a rare crypt in 1 or 3 of those boxes. I don't know what it's going to be. We'll see. I may not choose to do that idea, but I think that would be cool, as like, it's going to be random. Select, 1 to 3 people at random, and you get a random plant, a random rare crypt. Now, of course, I can't do that for every box, because not every box is going to be crypts, but I was thinking, if we do Anubis, I have some rare Anubis. Swords, I really don't have anything that rare. Stem plants, I have some rare stuff, but not everybody can grow them, so it's tricky. But I figured maybe this box with crypts, I'd throw in like a rare plant that I have. Let's see. None of my water lettuce survived. It sucks, but oh well. Jenny, just message me. I'll help you out with that. What's your experience with the Zola floating plant? It's actually similar to duckweed. It's a little bit annoying, but it's better than duckweed in my opinion. It looks nicer. Do you know what kind of meds is good for shrimps? So Lewis, I don't want to tell you misinformation, because I'm not an expert at shrimp. I literally kill them every time I get them. I actually have cherry shrimp upstairs that are actually doing somewhat okay, which I'm like surprised about. But if you need help, go to Flip Aquatics, either on Instagram or YouTube, and he is a shrimp guru. He knows way more about them than I do, and message him. He may be able to help you out. Dave says, got plants from you a couple months ago. They look awesome, but dwarf sedge grows new leaves but does not spread. Eco-complete Fluval 2.0 at 70%. You probably either don't have enough light or you don't have any CO2. It doesn't need CO2 to carpet, but without CO2, it's going to carpet very slowly. So it's probably carpeting, you just don't see it. You just got to give it some time. The best thing to do with those type of plants is just leave them be. Don't move them. Don't disrupt their substrate. If you go and move them around, you're going to mess it up, and then they're going to have to sit there and kind of re-establish all over again. So, sending you the link to my unboxing video right now. Nice, Brackton. Yeah, and if I ever missed it, if I ever missed your email or something, give me like 24 hours to respond. If I don't hit you back, message me and say, hey, did you miss this email? Because occasionally email, like, I have to go through it. I'm like trying to check them off as I go through and make sure I reply to people, but I feel like there's probably somebody I missed that's going to be upset. When I first started keeping plants, I tried to go the cheap route with lights. I didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars. With the money I've spent since, I wouldn't have been better off spending that money. Or I would have been better off spending that money. Yes. So lights is the one area that you really don't want to cheap out. And that doesn't say you have to go super high end and buy like Kessel or even the Fluval, but you don't want to get Marineland or what's the other brand? There's Marineland and there's another brand that they're like Satellite or Current. Their lights are absolute garbage. They don't grow plants. They may grow very, very basic plants, but they do not grow them effectively. Phoenix is like the mid-tier. Fluval is kind of more high-endish a little bit. They're very similar to Phoenix. Kessel is super high-end, but Kessel's overpriced. You could go the DIY method of floodlights, which work great. I'm using the LED floodlight upstairs on the tower tank or the Citadel tank. I still haven't figured out what we're going to name that thing, but yeah. Oh, geez, a lot of comments. What background plants do you recommend for a 20-gallon low-tech tank? So you got valves. We have a new type of valve, and it's called the Leopard Italian valve. It looks phenomenal. Like, I love the way this thing looks. If it's a 20-gallon long, though, they're probably going to be too tall. So what you would want to do is corkscrew valve might be good. Giant hairgrass would be good. Types of stem plants like water wisteria and water sprite and Ludwigia would all be decent background plants if you want to do. But like valves can get really tall and they'll eventually drape over the tank or over the surface of the water and shade everything below. So you may not want to do that. Alright, I gotta go. Thanks for the information. You're welcome, Aquarium Cowboy. How will the boxes work over the winter? So, they're gonna ship out if there is no, major storms preventing, shipping. Basically, that $30 price point, or whichever one you buy, is going to include heat packs and cold packs. I'm not going to charge you anything additional for that, so it's all included in that price. I'm actually essentially eating that cost for those on the months where I have to ship with cold packs or I have to ship with heat packs. But for every other order, please do add in cold packs or heat packs based on your weather. It's just the plant pack, I'm offering that as an extra perk. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not charging for shipping. It's all included in the $30 price point. But keep in mind, the $30 price point, it includes shipping. It includes stuff. So the box, my idea is to have the box, the worth of plants in there, at least $30, and then you get the free shipping and the free packaging and all that on top of that. But typically it'll be more than $30 worth of plants. So I think this month's box is priced at $53.50 is essentially everything that's inside of it. So it's like a surprise opening on Christmas Day. You don't know what kind of plants you'll get. Yeah, but you can find out early if you join us on the Plant Pack group on Facebook, because what we're going to be doing is the plant packs are going to ship out the second Sunday of every month, and we're going to be doing a live stream on the private Facebook group for everybody that's subscribed to the Plant Pack, either anywhere between the Monday and Thursday of that week. So if we do it on the Tuesday, a lot of you probably won't have your boxes by Tuesday, or maybe you will, some of you might. So you'll be able to see what's inside, and we're going to talk about the plants and then kind of that. I will still be uploading a separate unboxing video to the YouTube channel showing you what's inside of it and doing a brief edited down version, so you don't have to worry about that. But the live stream is there as a little extra perk to I don't know, make it more personable, I guess. Jacob says, do you ship plants to Canada? I don't, but you could try lizziesfishies.com. She can hook you up. Dude, what kind of rare crypts do you have, and will you ever put them on the website? Well, I have crypt flamingo, crypt green gecko, I have crypt, what is the name? It's not Colorado, but it's Corada or something like that. I also have Crypts Affinius, I think. So I have a couple different rare types of Crypts Hedori. Will they ever be on the website? Yeah, when I have too many of them and I need to make room, I'll break them apart, sell the baby parts to them, or the smaller crypts, and keep the mother and let that keep producing stuff. But those are going to be very seasonal, so you can expect maybe once or twice a year that maybe the crypt flamingos will be available, because they don't grow fast. They're super slow growers, and crypts are very fragile when it comes to being replanted and shipped and all that, so they're going to be finicky, so we'll see. Too bad I'm starting out 180 gallon and I'm looking for some cool plants. Yeah, sorry, Jacob. Try Lizzie's Fishies, though. She'll help you out. How do you know your shrimp are sick? That I don't know. I'm so looking forward to my plant pack. Thank you very much. Jenny linked Flip Aquatics. Check him out. He does shrimp. What's up, Sergeant Tanks? What's up, Chris? How's it going? Congrats on doing so well in your first year and being your own boss, Justin. Thank you so much, LRB Aquatics. LR Brett's is in the house. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. Lucas actually sells shrimp and fish. I've never ordered from him. I've seen good things. I mainly see, my thing is I don't order a lot of fish online. It's just weird. I like seeing the fish in person. But I hear very good things about him. So if you ever need fish, also you could check out Lucas Brett's. You got Lucas Brett's, you got Flip Aquatics for shrimp. You also got Rachel Leary if you want some fish as well. So all great sellers as well. What's up, Danny's Aquarium? Dennis, congratulations on your first year in business. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Chris One. Wish I could keep up with the demand better, but working on it. What time is it? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the demand is one of the biggest things we have. I feel like the aquarium industry is growing so rapidly right now that the demand far surpasses the supply at the moment. And I think that has to go back to too many people are running their business as if it was 1990, and they're not running it as if it was 2018, which they need to. I know we're in 2017, but you literally need to be ahead of the curve in this day and age with technology. And I'm slowly seeing people that are running a business in the 1990s slowly converting, but by the time that they slowly convert, it's going to be 2025, and people like me and Lucas Bretts and Flip Aquatics and Rachel and other creators that are also selling products are going to just far surpass them if we continue doing what we're doing. This is the day and age that we're at. So I feel like if you're trying to open up a company, whether that's selling aquatic stuff, you knit sweaters, or you want to sell guitar lessons, you need to create content around it to really be able to get yourself out there. Because the market is absolutely flooded at this point, unless you could come up with a super niche thing. Have you sent info on the Facebook page for the Plant Pack people? I haven't, because I'm not trying to advertise it, because tons of people will try and join. But you should have gotten an email when you signed up for Plant Pack. Your first email says, thanks for signing up. You scroll down, you could click the link to go to the Facebook page, and you could sign up there. And then you just message me with your Facebook name from your email that you signed up with, so I can correlate the two, because my idea is I want it to be 100% exclusive to people that actually support the Plant Pack. The reason being is that's a perk part of that thing, and it has nothing to do with any other parts of the business. So I know a lot of people say, well, I've gotten a couple people saying, oh, you're putting stuff behind a paywall. I don't think so, because it's exclusive to that product. It's not like, oh, let me show you everything else. It's literally, here's the Plant Pack, let's talk about the Plant Pack, that's it, and then I'm going to put a more condensed version on YouTube of that. But I feel that live stream is exclusive to those that subscribe to that, because that's a perk. I feel like it shouldn't be any debate on it seeming like it's behind a paywall. So Flip is okay also, but Lucas is the master of Neo Caridinius. Well, I don't know, I know that Flip gave me some pretty good quality shrimp when he came here. So, I haven't ordered from Brett's, but I'm sure they're both really good. They wouldn't be in business if they weren't. What's up, Big Easy? How's it going? Mad Late. What's up, Justin? What's up, Steven? How's it going? I'll look for it. Yeah, Shireen, or Sharon, I can't pronounce your name for the life of me. I'm just gonna call you Char. It's easier. If you need help finding it, you can actually go right onto the H2O Plants Facebook page, and it should be linked under the groups. There's actually several groups there. I made a Water Change Wednesdays group. I made an Aquascape and Chill group because I thought it was funny. There's a Plant Pack only group. There's the H2O Army Facebook group, which we actually have 500 members. That's awesome. And there's actually another one that I want to do. I'm going to have to make it, so. Keep up the good work, Justin. Hope all of you have a good night and morning. I got to get back to it. Yep, go ahead, Lucas. You got to grind it out. He's saving his shrimp for the Chicago experience. You bring us great content, Lucas, and you are the ones with Justin, Corey, Rob, Rachel making the fish fam so great and real. Well, thank you. Later, Lucas. CW Aquatic Hobby says, hi H2O, I love your plants and planted tanks. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, a year already. Yes, Life with Pets. Life with Pets is in the house. If anybody wants to go check out her channel as well, we got Lucas, we got Life with Pets, Jenny. Great channels. Go give them some support. Check them out. Life with Pets, I think, were you the first person I worked with on YouTube? Because I didn't start producing YouTube content I don't think I started uploading for a couple months into growing the business, mainly because I wasn't set up yet to do it, and I didn't quite know the direction that I wanted to take it in. So let's see when I uploaded my first video. One of the dogs farted and it stinks in here. Really? It's gross. And yeah, so it's been a year already. And let's see when we first. Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. Can we go to oldest? Nope, only newest. Let's go to page 6. Yep, I broke YouTube. I went to page 6 and it broke it. I guess we'll never find out. So my first, so my first video upload was August 20th, right? And that was a Java Fern Aquarium plant guide that I did in 60 seconds. So my idea was to take your typical plant guides and condense it into a 60-second format for Instagram and Facebook and make it very just straight, to the point. Problem with that the video took about 20 hours to edit, I think, between using this old machine that I'm currently on streaming, and shooting, and just not being a filmmaker at all. I was not, and I'm still not a filmmaker, but I'm slightly better than I was a year ago. So I made that video and just trying to promote the business a bit, but it took an incredible amount of work. It got me discouraged because I'm like, how the hell can I do this every week? Because my idea was I want to do one of these a week. I'm like, I can't possibly devote all this time to it while trying to do everything else. So the next time that I uploaded was on November 4th, and that was me live streaming. And then from there, it was November 6th, November 7th, November 8th, November 9th, November 14th, November 16th, November 19th, November 20th, November 24th, November 27th. So basically, I just did a whole lot of live streams because I felt that was the easier way out than sitting in front of a camera or sitting in front of a computer editing video a whole lot. So those kind of worked. They weren't the best, and they were like anywhere between 2 to 5 hour live streams. So I think I did 8 hours at some point as well. And that was just because I was just trying to grow the business so much. But then I finally found an editor, and we started uploading actual edited videos as well with the live streams. And I think we were streaming whenever I felt like it. Then we didn't quite have a schedule, and then eventually we got the schedule, and now we have a different schedule because I dropped the Sunday live stream. So I think we started the daily videos. Yeah, we started the daily videos on December 27th. So kind of my New Year's resolution, if you want to make it that, was I want to put out a piece of content for the next 30 days straight. And we actually did that, thanks in part to our old editor, Nate. I was sending him footage. We were uploading, and nearly every day we had a video other than on the days that we would live stream. So that worked out well until Nate decided it was when I started moving. We started moving, and then that's when I was like, okay, well, I can't film and upload at the same time, so we stopped doing it. I think we did it for 3 months straight. We did a daily video, I think, something like that, or close to daily videos, and that was very taxing, very involved, and took a lot of energy. And then we started moving, and then I had to stop that because the move, it was just chaos. And now we're to one edited video a week, so we took a huge change in that, but now I'm doing the editing, so now I have full kind of control over what the final product I want to look like. Before, it was me sending all the footage to Nate. Nate would edit it, send it back, or actually he was uploading it at some points. He would upload it to the YouTube channel, and I would have zero to do with it pretty much. After I would watch it just to make sure I liked it and I thought it was decent, and then it would get uploaded. So now it's a bit different, and it just, I'm looking back on here, it's crazy. I'm remembering all these videos that I make. I didn't even know, actually, I'm looking at it now. I made a video of how to deal with melting plants. This video did nothing for the first couple months. I uploaded it February 16th. Now it's got over 10,000 views, which that's crazy that 10,000 people actually searched how to deal with melting plants, or melting plants probably is what the keywords were. But I didn't, that video is probably far from optimized and everything. And, you know, that's just crazy that that video has 10,000 views. And then, you know, stuff goes. So it just goes to show, though, you constantly work at things and tweak things as you go along. If you don't have it, you know, at the, I guess, the capacity that you want it to be at, and you just, you know, continue to figure it out. Let's see. How excited are you to find out if it's a baby girl or boy? Very excited. We will find out in a little, what is it? A little over a week. We're going to announce in Paris. We'll post it on Instagram. There will probably, so I bought, I spent about, I think, $300 on gear to make my iPhone a vlogging machine. I'm talking mic, I'm talking mounts for tripods and all these other things that I want to do with it, lenses. So investment there, but it was either invest $300 to get the iPhone better quality, because that's what literally what I shoot on now is the iPhone. The edited videos that you watch now are based off the iPhone. I feel it's pretty good quality. Or invest $1,200 in a Canon 70D setup or a Sony something setup, and, you know, $1,200 to $1,500. I'm just like, you know what? Let me not spend $1,200 right now, but let me spend $300 to get the iPhone to be at least even better quality, so that way I want to record while I'm in France and in Paris. I want to go to some fish stores. Hopefully we get a chance to go to them, and I want to vlog that style. Those videos probably won't be uploaded until after we come back, because I'm not going to spend my time editing most likely there, unless I have spare time when Margaret falls asleep or something, which I doubt it. But the idea is, you know, I want to vlog that, because I don't think, you know, I never thought I would be going to Paris. I'm fortunate that I'm able to afford to go to it. It's actually a fairly expensive trip. And I imagine that several people out there may not be able to afford that. So I want to kind of take it through and, you know, vlog small parts of it. It's not going to be the whole trip, but some interesting stuff. And also the whole baby reveal. So there may be a video or two on the channel sometime after we come back from Paris. So I think that would be a really cool idea. I am seriously thinking about starting a plant warehouse. I seem to always be supplying my fish club with plants. You could do that. Just, you know, keep in mind it is a grind. We, as I mentioned earlier, we went from 7 orders in our first week to now over 60 to 70. So 10 times growth in just under a year. But lots of learning curves. I have not paid myself literally anything. I have not taken a dime out of the business. I owe myself money from the business, because I put in even more money recently. I put in about another $3,500 of my own money to advance the business even further, and I still haven't paid myself a dime in a year. The only thing that I have bought literally for myself essentially is the iPhone, but that's essentially to create content. Otherwise I would have stuck with my Android phone. And all the accessories now for the iPhone to be able to produce better videos. And same thing with the Mac computer. I would have never bought the Mac computer. Yeah, that's kind of like, oh yeah, you got to buy a new toy, but same thing. It's a business expense, because literally the only reason why I bought the Mac computer was to edit videos. So that way I have more time to do other things, and it significantly cuts down on the workload that it requires to edit videos. So yeah, you know, I still haven't taken a paycheck. I pay other people now rather than paying myself, so keep that in mind. You may think, oh, I want to sell plants, or I may want to sell something. You have to be patient. If you do not have patience, you're not going to succeed, unless you get incredibly lucky, where you are both making money, you're set up to make money, and you could, you know, and your business is growing. We're making money. I'm just not taking any money for myself yet, so it all literally has gone back into the business. Let's see. Start a business, move house and business, and start a family in 1 year and stay chilled. Fair play to you, mate. Thank you, Heart Cheese. Yes, a lot has happened in a year. We went from our tiny apartment to, being evicted essentially out of that apartment with the business, to moving into this house, having tons of issues with the house. Literally just before this live stream, I was fixing a plumbing pipe that started leaking in the kitchen. So fun. And, and then we got a new dog. Margaret's pregnant. The business is growing. We have 2 employees. Probably going to have a 3rd by the Christmas season, so we'll see. Things are chaos, and I don't know how I'm even surviving. I literally, like, 0 time for anything, I have to tell you. Like, Margaret almost has to reserve time with me because that's how busy I've been. Now, not so much. Now that the rack is done, I have a slightly more time to do a little bit of the things that I want to enjoy to do. But literally, when we were building these racks for the last 3 months, there has been very little time for anything else. So it's very taxing. So I recommend your dividers when people kept asking for high quality dividers for their betas. Yes, so one thing that you guys may not know, Life with Pets actually sells things. She sells these dividers for, I think, 10 and 20 gallon tanks. I'm not sure what sizes she has up to, but they're great for beta tanks. So if you have 2 male betas that you want to put in one tank together, you can put the divider in. Rick's great. I haven't personally tried them, but I've seen them online. I've seen her videos on them. They look great. If I ever choose to do a beta tank like that, I will definitely be picking one up. So, Justin, I think I started ordering from you before your website. Yeah, so I essentially created the business in July of last year, and then August was when I first registered all the domains. I think it was maybe like the last week of July, but August was the first time that I put it out there. Hey, this is what we're doing, but we're not ready to sell yet. So September was our launch date. September 1st was our launch date of last year. And I remember working so hard because, keep in mind, I have no prior website development. I have no prior shipping experience. I have no prior... The only thing that I've done prior is YouTube, and that's when I was making gaming videos. I've never done stuff where it was edited real-life content, essentially. I played around with it during my gaming days, but very rare, not ideal. I still can go back and look at those videos. I'm like, oh my god, what was I thinking? And that was a completely different animal. But having that experience with YouTube did help slightly with, like, figuring out how to, like, I knew how to use Photoshop, luckily, a little bit. I knew how to use video editing software a little bit. Still not, like, anywhere close to being semi-professional with it by far. I'm a hobbyist at video editing at best. But those just helped get it just a slightly more easy to get into the social media aspect of the business, because honestly, without social media, this would have never been as big as it is now, without using those tools to the fullest, really. Coming from no prior business experience, really, I mean, I've been a manager at stores, but, like, there's a difference between managing a business and running a business. So, like, or owning a business, I should say. When you own a business, it is a lot different. It's just, you have to put so much into it, and at the end of the day, it all falls on you. If there's something wrong, if you own your business, that is your responsibility. No matter if it's somebody under you that made the mistake, at the end of the day, you have to own it, and you have to fix it. So, and just other things, if there's something wrong, it's your fault at the end of the day. So just tons of learning experiences, and the best thing is to just be patient, and luckily I don't, like I said, I haven't taken a paycheck yet from the company itself, and I don't value dollars over I guess brand loyalty, if that makes sense, or just commitment. I'd rather a happy customer than have a dollar. So there's been several times where I've lost money on orders because, just this past week we had an order that, got delayed due to the hurricanes, didn't make it in time. Plants died. Shipping out all new plants, it's at a loss because essentially the plants that they ordered cost more than what I actually made on it, that I have to ship it a second time. So, people that want money that value making money aren't, if they're in this line of business particularly, it's not going to work for them because you're going to lose money on a lot of aspects. So, yeah. May I ask how much is it cost, or may I ask how much it costs to have an editor? So it depends on the editor. I was lucky enough that Nate was a college student that just wanted to kind of do it, and he did it for fairly cheap. Recently, I tried raising the price of what I was willing to pay, and I got no takers. And you really you're gonna get what you pay for them. So if you pay more money, you'll get a better editor. I know Aquarium Co-op. He's got his own full-time editor, like living at his house. I imagine he's probably paying him somewhere between $50,000 and $80,000 a year to do that job. If I had to take a guess, I don't know what. I think he's in Oregon. Is it Oregon or Washington? Washington. He's in Washington. I don't know what like the average salary is out there, but if I had to guess, he's making at least $40,000 a year. So he's paying whatever $40,000 a year would be broken out, over weeks and months and all that. So. Let's see. I could never do daily videos. I did 3 a week last month, and I have no plans to do it again anytime soon. So much work. It is a lot of work, but what I'm trying to do right now is my goal is 3 to 4 a week. If I could get to 3 to 4 a week, that's what I want. I feel like anything more than that is overkill, because then you sacrifice quality for quantity. Where I want quality. Now I'm in that mode where, before we did every day we uploaded a video, the quality was poor looking at it. Like, yeah, there was like tidbits that here and there. Some things did very well, but the quality suffered. So my goal is right now, by doing only one edited video a week, I'm honing that editing process. When I feel that I got down pat how to edit a video from start to finish, and I could film a video in under a certain amount of time, and let's just say the whole process only takes me 3 hours to produce one video, then I feel like I could crank out 2 a week, and then we're gonna get to 2 a week, and I'm gonna hone it even more, and then maybe we'll get down to 2.5 hours between filming and editing and putting it out there. So then if we're at 2.5 hours per video, then maybe we could fit in a third, and then maybe it gets down to 2 hours of video. If we could do that and still maintain the same level of quality that I'm looking for, then that's what I want to do. But right now we're only doing one video a week because I really want to hone that editing. I'm still learning Final Cut Pro, brand new to it, literally only a couple weeks now I've been using it, and I'm still learning. Every time I edit a video, I'm trying new things. So you'll see new types of transitions, new types of effects, new types of just editing style, and I'm trying to develop our brand essentially when it comes to video editing. So yeah. What's up, HC Aqua 240 asks, can you show me a flame sword? So I can't right now, but if you hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or email, I will gladly send you a picture of one that's there. I am new and I am confused as to why I need to change my water so often. Now that I'm older, times have changed, and the basic answer is 1 time a week. When I was younger, I did it once a month. So I don't do water changes, period. We went over this a little bit earlier. I don't do them, period, because I know how to run my tanks, right? I know what to look for. I haven't cleaned my filters in over a year. I'm not worried about it. Newbies should absolutely do water changes. It helps to curb issues with fish. It all matters of what you have. If you have a tank that's overly stocked and under filtered, you're going to have issues. You need to do water changes. I have the opposite. I have over filtered, understocked. So the idea is that there's no buildup of anything. There shouldn't be any nitrogen buildup. It should all be at 0. So essentially, water does not have to be changed out, just topped off. And that's what we do. What mic did you get for your iPhone? So I got 2 mics. So I got one that plugs into the adapter that will go on this thing. Yeah. So hopefully this works. I also got another type of thing like this, because this will only be able to work without with a Wi-Fi microphone, or not a Wi-Fi microphone, a Bluetooth microphone, which I ordered that as well. So I ordered a plug-in one that will be able to be worked with a new type of handheld mount thing. And then this one, I have a Bluetooth microphone I ordered for it. The thing is, with this is great for steady shots, and I want to be able to take nice cinematic shots with that. But I also want to be able to talk, and so that's what we do there. Real quick, I'm going to jump to the bottom here because I just saw a super chat. Thanks to Jenny. Jenny, thank you so much. She says, I know that your business is growing like crazy. You're so hardworking, but don't forget to give yourself a break once in a while. Well, that is actually what this Paris trip is, essentially. It is a bit of a break from this. While I personally don't want to take a vacation right now because September, October, November, December are like the hottest months in the aquarium hobby as far as like sales and people getting into the hobby and all that, and I feel like I'm missing an opportunity. I do have to also take into consideration Margaret, and with the new baby on the way, we're not going to be able to ever take a vacation, at least for the next couple of years, most likely, until the baby is a bit older. So this is essentially a baby moon, or a baby moon vacation, because we're going to do this now, so that way we get it out of the way, and at least we went and did something before the baby came, and because we really haven't been on a super vacation like that in the years that we've been together. We've gone to Canada, and we've gone upstate New York, and we've driven to Pennsylvania, but we haven't really gone anywhere overseas, and she's been dying to go to Paris, so I'm taking those days off to go and do that with her, and but then when we come back, it's going to be straight on grinding on out until at least January. So high nitrates and high nitrates can harm fish waste, but feed plants. Yes, you're so right. It's a lot of hard work. It is. Unedited is my preferred, in my opinion. Well, that's why I'm continuing to do at least one live stream. I feel like the unedited is nice because I get to interact with you guys and answer questions. But I personally when I watch YouTube videos, I like precise edited videos on things that I'm wanting to learn about. If it's videos that have a whole lot of nothing and then get to the point, I hate that. I want to, if I'm looking up something, I was looking up how to work my new lenses that I have for the iPhone coming to this to get this to work, because it's going to be off balance. So I found a couple videos where they mount something to this to counterbalance this so it stays level and all that. So I found a couple videos like that, but then I also found a couple videos with all the hardware setup that did a bunch of stuff beforehand. I'm like, no guys, I just wanted to know what it is. Just get to the point. So yeah. What up with my pink flamingos? Michael Hoffman says, next time you need racking, hit me up. I can help you out. Well, thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. I'm debating on if I'm going to build the next one, because there's going to be another one right here on this wall that, the computer is on essentially right now. There's going to be another racking system, the same thing that's over there, over here. So I just haven't, that's probably not going to happen until spring, unless we decide that we want to move into a warehouse type situation. So, plants are doing great. Nice. Cory cats have the same breed. Wait, do Cory cats have to be the same to breed to school? Oh, same breed to school. No, I think most fish will typically school if they're similar species together. I've seen what is it? I've seen some tetras school together that aren't the same thing. I've seen some algae eaters, some Siamese algae eaters, and the reticulated flying foxes school together as well. But they would prefer same species, yeah. They don't have to be, but they school much better with their own kind, yeah. What fish do you recommend to live with dwarf gouramis? Most community fish would probably do well. Any type of tetra. I wouldn't put them with other types of cichlid. I don't know if... No, gourami's not a type of cichlid, but I put dwarf gourami with electric blue ram, and that's a type of cichlid that did not go well together, or angelfish, so don't mix them up. It would be ideal. Congrats on 1 year anniversary. Thank you so much, Al. Congrats on 1 year in business. Thank you, Mary Beth. Edmonds, Washington. Yeah, that's where Corey is. How many plants do you have? I have a ton. Oh, skip. Alright, here you go. Do you have much experience with fish keeping? Are you talking to me? I mean, I have some fish. I don't know every species like some other YouTubers out there, but I know a couple. Any tips for using CO2? Well, Lewis, what do you want to know in particular? Some key tips, I guess, would be run it low first. Don't jack up the bubbles per second. Leave it like very few. If you could do like 1 or like 1 every 2 seconds would be ideal, because you're introducing a small amount of CO2 at one time. If you raise it up any higher than that, you run a risk of algae outbreak, gassing your fish, or tons of other issues like that. So start off slow. Oh shoot. Oh. There we go. How to combat cyanobacteria. ChemiClean works good. Also, reticulated flying foxes, which are a type of algae eater that I'm planning on doing a video on very, very soon, work phenomenal for it. And most other algae, so they work phenomenal. Not regular flying foxes, but reticulated flying foxes. Great. And yeah, ChemiClean works good. Hey all, hope everyone is good. Is having a good evening. Well, thank you, Parker. Welcome. Do you sponsor Challenge of the Wild? Well, I send him free stuff, and I do have an affiliate program, much like Amazon, when people link out to Amazon. So yeah, so in a way, I kind of sponsor him. I don't pay him. I don't, say, here's $400, put me in a video. But I do pay him based on sales that he brings in, and we track that through his discount code, so... yeah, which you can earn. I think his discount code is now 20% off. So if you want to save 20% off your next order, you could use his coupon code on his videos, and you save 20% off. You can only use it one time though, but it's there if you want to use it. So it's good. Okay. So guys, I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to sign off for this night, and I will see you on Saturday with a brand new video. So, if you have any other questions, feel free to get them in now. I know the chat's dying down just a little bit. There's rumor that he buys his subs. Challenge the Wild? I don't think so. Based on the amount of interaction on his videos, I don't think he buys his subscribers. You could tell by... if you go to his videos, right? The way you can tell if somebody buys their subscribers is... based on views, comments, and likes that they get. So if you go to, let's just say, his most recent...
What's cracking like a challenger?
He's got 375 likes and 200 comments. So he definitely doesn't buy likes, or buy video, or buy subs. Let's see. Question. My Star Gunny really isn't carpeting out. 40 breeder with Fluval 2.0 on the upper end intensity with CO2 and liquid dosing. So Star Gunny Weapons is a bit tricky, so what you want to do is you want to trim often. The more you trim, the basically, you know what? We have a blackboard. I got this blackboard for a reason. We're going to use it. If I can find the marker, which I know I left on my desk for this particular reason, and now it's not here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, let's see if I hold it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to hold it right like this. So, Star Gunny Weapons. Let's talk about this. Right? So, say you have 3 plants like that, Star Gunny Weapons. And this will go for most types of carpeting plants, right? So you have these, they're stem plants, essentially. Star Gunny Weapons are stem plants, but they don't get very tall. They only get about 2 inches in height. When they're growing, right, they'll eventually reach a point where they're not going to get much taller. And what you do is you cut them here. And it doesn't matter if they don't have any leaves really here, as long as the stem is nice and green. So you're going to trim there. And now you take this top and you replant it, right? So you have a smaller one with the leaves. But now you have this empty stem here. And what happens is the empty stem then branches out and sends out more branches. And then those will eventually become new plants, right? And then you'd keep doing the same. So as long as they're growing, if your plants are growing, that's the way you get them to carpet. You need to trim often. Star Gunny Weapons actually benefits from a heavy trim. So you want to trim maybe once every 2 weeks on them, or faster depending on how many side shoot or how much growth you have in a week. So trim often, and that's how you get them to really carpet. So I like having this handy. Have you attempted in vitro, or do you have plans or dreams to try? Like making my own tissue cultures? Justin, loving my Rotella Hurrah and other plants I ordered. Does the Rotella love being trimmed heavy, or any tips on this plant? So, particularly Rotella Hurrah, we're going to... does it matter where I cut, above the node or below the node? Doesn't matter really what you want. Doesn't matter really where you cut it. What you want to do is cut it enough that you have enough of a plant to plant, so that way you can spread out your carpet, and then those new stems are going to each form new plants as well. So that's what you want to do. As far as Rotella Hurrah, so I'm just going to use the space over here, carrying it like a boombox. So Rotella Hurrah is unique because most Rotellas grow like this. They grow straight up, and you got the leaves. I'm just simplifying this, right? Rotella Hurrah is unique because it kind of curves over like that, right? And it gets its leaves. And it's a very curly stem. So it does benefit from heavy trimming. And what you're going to do is you're going to hack it right there. And then what's going to happen is these are going to curl out like this, right? And then you're going to hack these down. And then you're going to get more branches that are going to kind of curl over still. You're going to get more leaves, and that's how you make it very bushy, and then eventually it'll send out side shoots from here. You get more leaves, and those will get bushier, so. Yeah. Explained? Do we put it to rest? Is that how it goes? I've noticed that with my raw. Yeah. Raw likes a good trimming. Trim it often. Rotella SP Green both curve over in that same aspect. And Rotella like Colorado, Rotella Indica, and Rotella Yao, the ones that we also sell in addition. And I actually just got Rotella Blood Red back thanks to Clark. Clark is a friend of mine. Actually, I met him through this business, and he's actually came over here a couple times to help me out with things, which is very nice of him. And he actually bought some Rotella Blood Red from me originally, and he had a growing... I lost all mine, and now I got it back from him, so it's great. I like the whiteboard. Yeah, it's actually good to have on hand. I like it, to be able to demonstrate things quickly. I like visual learning. I feel it helps. Gotta go, guys. Have a great evening. Don't forget to like the stream. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. And yeah, don't forget to like the stream. And if you're new here and just watching this, subscribe. Would really help out and mean a lot. And I think I did see when I first logged into YouTube. I don't know where it was weird. Oh, your current live streams. Okay, so it shows. What if I sign into my other? Oh no, if I sign into my. Hold on. Let's go here. I want to go to my other YouTube account and see what it looks like when I'm signed in there. Congrats on 1 year. Thank you so much, Challenge the Wild. Challenge the Wild's in the house. Where's my other email? I can see it on here. No, there we go. That's cool. Let's see if I go to subscriptions. Nice. Alright, guys, well, I think now is the time. I appreciate you for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. Keep in mind, later on tonight, the website will be updated. There's actually going to be some rare moss available. And, yeah, so I will be seeing you guys next Wednesday, but stay tuned for Saturday's video. And I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your week, and stay safe if you're in Florida. I've got some Christmas moss, and I recently noticed something strange growing on it. It looks... Parker, message me on Facebook or Instagram. I'll help you out. And I'll see you guys later.